And that's post-production.
I'm going to take one question.
Yeah, well, before we get kicked out, Q&A, if anyone has any questions about anything. Also, there's panels about game reviewing you can check out. We have Mr. Dump's panel tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Clap in the front row.
Please come, please come. You're allowed to.
And we have the Retroware TV panel, 11 a.m. That's going to be big. Okay, not as big. And then Cinemasker panel at 6 p.m. There you go. So any questions about anything we spoke about? We have a question over here.
In the writing phase, I've noticed some people, they like to have like certain rituals or certain places and times they like to do their writing. Does that kind of go for you guys as well? Like certain places or certain times you like to do your writing?
I soak in the tub while eating porridge usually when I do that first.
Porridge?
He's a 19th century British lad.
It's actually, the writing is the toughest one of all with that. Like I don't have any kind of schedule with it because the writing has to come sometimes, so it's hard to just sit down and write at any given time. So writing, you have to like get in the mood for it, so it's tough.
I write all the time. Sometimes I take a notebook around with me, pop it in my pocket. But really, it happens all the time. I'm always writing a script and put it in, and then I walk away. So it can happen at any moment.
Hi. Another question in the writing phase. When you write, do you find yourself, because you read your work so much, that you kind of use like a pattern of like how you describe things? You kind of get bored reading your own stuff. Like, what do you do to kind of like break that funk? Because like you say, you gotta get into a mood, do it. So like, what do you do to like break that funk and just say, screw it, just knock it out?
I think that's a tough question for me. Just because when I write, I tend to write how I speak. So, and people speak in patterns. We use similar phrases, similar turns of phrase, and certain cadences when we speak. So I don't know. What I do, I know that if I'm using the same word a lot, I will hit it up at the source at that point. If I said the word like, I beat the game, it's like, okay, how about I use something else? Like, another word, but I can't think of one. Finish the game. Conquered the game. There you go. Vanquished. It's a good one.
I have another question. How do you guys deal with like spacing issues with all your videos and such? Because I head up a YouTube channel for my college radio station, and I record and edit all our videos of like events and performances at our school. And I've noticed that it's probably because I work off a laptop that I've been running out of space really quickly. So I've been
hard drive space?
Yeah.
External hard drives?
You guys, is that what you guys do? You just
Well, I know some of you guys use DV tapes and like DVD, like hard media. Personally, I do a lot of soft. I record everything digitally. I actually have an internal a 2 terabyte internal hard drive that I just store all the videos on, and a 2 terabyte external hard drive as a backup, because I would probably cry for a while if that first copy died. And I upgraded from 1 terabyte because these raw files can be quite big. But as far as hard drives or more hard disk space, I don't know.
Just buy hard drives. Hard drives are cheap now.
Yeah, you can get some really...
2 terabytes for what, 50 bucks?
When I used to shoot on tape, I would...
No? I got an extra... No, I mean 50 bucks, excuse me. 2 terabytes for like 50 bucks.
No.
Not the ones I got.
I got a great deal on mine. Hopefully it doesn't fail me.
You need to pay attention to world events. There's flooding in Taiwan and they're way up.
Oh, okay. I haven't bought one in a while. My bad. All right, another question.
Well, I will say really quick that I used to delete a lot of my mini DV footage to save space. I would keep the tapes. This is what I used to do. I would keep the tapes, and I would just basically, I would let everything go offline, so you could always recapture it if you needed to. But now I shoot on cards, and I just keep everything, just keep buying big ass hard drives.
I play dangerous. I just delete everything.
I'm not sure about any of you, but I'm colorblind, so I have a hard time detecting very subtle nuances of greens and other tones. So when it comes to color correction, is there any advice you can have about using some sort of neutral reference point?
The video scopes can be pretty helpful. You check out those tools, depending on what kind of editing software you have.
I have access to Premiere and Final Cut Pro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I found that pretty helpful to balance all the different hues.
Most males have some form of color blindness. People don't know that. All right. Any other questions? In the back.
Yeah, you discussed a lot about the cameras, but for the actual capture of the video, what are you guys using?
So real quick, because I mean, there's so many ways you can do it. You can have a DVD capture device. I think James uses that. You can have a input capture device like a USB where you hook your system up to that and you capture it in the computer directly through a program. What else can you do? You can use evil emulation.
But if you do that, I highly suggest you actually get a physical copy of the game.
Of course. And so there's various ways to do it. There's lots of different ways.
I use a DVR, $100 at Best Buy. It does very well. Anything that has an AV connector in the front, I can record.
Back left?
2 questions. That's cool.
No, it's not cool.
I am broke and do not have access to an Apple computer. I use a PC. Is there any good software that is not Video Maker that is
Sure.
I would suggest, because I started out like my first 15 plus gems, Adobe Premiere Elements, which is kind of a stripped down version of Premiere Pro, which is their big hundreds and hundreds of dollars software. You can find that, I'm pretty sure, for less than $100 on Amazon. It's like 70, 80, something like that. It's got a lot of features. It's not the same as Premiere Pro, but it's very, very similar to it. And I would check that out. It's definitely better than Movie Maker.
There's also Sony Vegas is a program out there that doesn't cost too much money. The Pro one's a lot of money, but the regular one is not that bad. And we're probably gonna get kicked out of here in a second. So we have time for probably one more question. Let's do this guy here.
Question about like sort of your philosophy of reviewing. After playing a lot of games and doing a lot, does it change how you review games? Or you become maybe more jaded on it? I mean, maybe some of you can use your jaded as part of the review, but how do you feel about it? How does it change when you look at it?
James, I think.
Just to recap, just like, has reviewing any games changed my point of view?
Yeah, on games.
I don't know, really. I think you know the game really well after you've reviewed it because you have to play it so thoroughly and everything, and you're just so immersed in it for so long. And I think then you're able to articulate all the things you do or don't like about it. So, but actually, like, playing the games are usually mostly the most enjoyable part, really, because hey, you get to play a game. So.
And what a way to end our panel. Playing the games are fun. It's fun. Thanks for coming out. This was great.